I'm going to call this one Trunk Music. If you guys like my short trial stories, please subscribe, hit like. I'd like to hear some of your comments. This is a case I went to, United States versus Bobby Salerno. He was a part of a hit team that killed Hal Smith, a large bookie here in Chicago. Now, this guy here, believe it or not, according to the government in the 80s, was the largest bookie in the United States, making hundreds of millions of dollars. He was paying Rocky and Felice and his crew like clockwork every month for years. When they demanded more money, he refused, even after numerous threats. Bobby Salerno was charged with one of the men that was there the day he was killed. He trusted B.J. Jehoda, and it cost him his life. There's the government's main witness, B.J. Jehoda, one of the lowest scums of earth I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of really bad, nasty witnesses. He's definitely right up there with the worst of them. He lured his best friend, Hal Smith, to his death. He testified in court that Bobby Salerno was one of the men dressed in black with gloves in the kitchen. I didn't find him credible at all. Here's Hal Smith. In opening statements, the prosecutor said Hal Smith was the largest bookie in the United States. Hundreds of millions of dollars gambling operation. When Rocky and Felice and his crew found out how much money he was actually making, they wanted more. He refused. They lured him to a house, tortured him, and had him killed. Now this rat, B.J. Jehoda, I seen him testify how he lured Hal Smith to his death. They met at a bar. They were getting drunk. B.J. suggested they go back to his house, have a few more drinks. They got there. B.J. went to check the mail. He told Hal Smith to go in. The doors open. Inside were Rocky and his crew. Rocky and Felice, high-ranking Chicago boss of the outfit. When he found out how much money Hal Smith was really making, he demanded an extra $6,000 a month. He eventually lured him to a house where him and his crew, who all had golf clubs on, strangled him, tortured him, and killed him. They were later all found guilty, except Bobby Salerno, based on B.J. Jehoda's testimony. Now, early on, Sally D., one of the defendants in the first trial, he threatened Hal Smith several times. And the last beef he had with him was at a famous restaurant off of Grand Avenue called the Como Inn. He told him, "My friend, you are now Trunk Music." Several weeks later, Hal Smith was killed. Sally D. was one of the men convicted. He spent time in prison, and now he's home today with his family. There's Louis Tomatoes Marino, part of the Rocky and Felice crew, and a made member of the Chicago outfit. He was convicted in the first trial of killing the bookie Hal Smith. He was also allegedly involved in killing of the Spilatro brothers. Louis spent quite a bit of time in prison. They finally released him, where he was able to die at home with his family and friends. Here you got Bobby Gabit Bellavia, made member of the Chicago outfit, loyal soldier in the Rocky and Felice crew, and also a defendant and one of the guys that was there when Hal Smith was killed. He went away, did his time, came home, and is free today. One of my favorites, Bobby Salerno. In the first trial, in the Lollipop case, the jury hung on Bobby Salerno. He was ecstatic. 6 months later, the government tried him again for the murder of Hal Smith. This time, his son represented him. He was so proud of the fact. I actually got a chance to talk to Bobby Salerno at a court break, and he told me how proud he is on 2 out of 3 of his kids. Here's Alex Salerno, top defensive attorney in Chicago, who represented Bobby Salerno, his father, in trial. Bobby Salerno Sr. was so proud that his son Alex represented him. He told his son, even if we lose, I don't want you to hang your head low. Continue to be a great lawyer. I'm an old fighter. I'm a boxer. I could take it. Unfortunately, a few years later, Alex Salerno passed away, along